5 games left for the Seton Catholic Sentinels. Tonight they put their 8-game winning streak on the line as they're in Desert Sky play taking on Saguaro. Good evening, everyone. I'm Joe Pequeno alongside Adam Perry. Well, as usual, Karen Self for the Sentinels this point of the year. They're on top of the Desert Sky, a record of 5-0. And Adam, they're playing fantastic basketball, riding an 8-game winning streak.
Yeah, and you know, fantastic is an understatement. We saw them last time out allow 0 points in the first quarter against their opponent. And you know, tonight's a whole different ball game though, Joe.
Yeah, they came out against Arcadia, won that game handily, started the game on a 32-0 run. So tonight they take on a Saguaro team led by head coach Aria Ham and Alexis Simpson. Simpson coming off a 32-point outing against St. Mary's. They got something to prove. They've lost 12 straight to Seton Catholic.
Yeah, and you know what, Joe? Sometimes the scrappier fighter wins. You never know what they're going to bring to the court here tonight.
Sentinels on home court looking to ride this out. Of course, they need this game because tomorrow, Adam, they're at who else? In a big matchup against Mesquite.
Yep, and that's going to be an exciting one as well. Ladies and gentlemen, tune in here for a wonderful, wonderful contest. And we'll get started in just a moment.
Absolutely.
Adam Perry and Joe Pequeno, thank you once again.
We'll have the starting lineup some more coming to you from John J. McMahon Gym right here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. And we welcome you back to John J. McMahon Gym. Sentinels closing in against their second tip against the Saguaro SaberCats. They won the first time around on the road. Sophie Morales went on a personal 10-0 run to ice that game. So now it's the rematch. And Doc, you've been in the situation. And as we look at history, since Seton is riding a 12-game winning streak against Saguaro, and since the 2009-2010 season, Seton is 18-1 against the SaberCats. So needs to say, you know, Aria Ham, the head coach of Saguaro, she's well aware. Their team, the players, they're well aware. So when you have that kind of hunger in your belly, what can Seton expect from Saguaro coming out of the gates?
Yeah, I mean, the Sentinels should expect a blitz from Saguaro and, you know, maybe playing at a pace faster that they can handle up front. But, you know, Seton is so good at adapting to situations because they're so well coached and so well practiced that, I mean, they can counter pretty much any opposing team.
Karen Self had the opportunity to talk to her a short time ago. She says, look, we got to be able to handle their athleticism and get after it quickly. And look, if Sentinels start the game like they did against Arcadia when they started the game on a 32-0 run, that should be able to answer any kind of questions and any kind of degree of difficulty Saguaro will throw at them early. Of course, what a game for Carmela Gallardo last time out, Doc.
Yeah.
29 points, knocking down threes, made it look easy. She leads the team in scoring, 15 a game. Mia DiPuccio, Sophie Morales with 10 apiece. Morales leads the team in assists per game with 6. She also averages almost 5 rebounds. And Doc, last I checked, Sophie Morales, she's vertically challenged, but but by no means is she not gifted. I mean, she's one of the most gifted basketball players in the state, but
Such a hustler.
Such a hustler. I mean, and that just shows you how talented she is when she's out there and she's ripping rebounds away and she's scrapping and handing out 6 assists per game. So the Sentinels starting lineup tonight: Mia DiPuccio, number 1, Reagan Gregston, Carmela Gallardo, Sophie Morales, of course, and Caitlin Benally. Benally putting up 9, 8, leading the team in field goal percentage at 47%. Carmela leading the team in scoring. Sophie, 10, 4, and 6, 41% from the field. Reagan Gregston, 7 points, 5 rebounds. And Mia DiPuccio putting up 10, 6, and 2. Field goal percentage of 44%. And we'll take a short timeout before we talk about the SaberCats. We'll take a moment for the school announcements and the national anthem.
Good sportsmanship. We ask you to cheer for your team and to show respect towards your school, the opponents, and game officials. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we begin our contest with a prayer. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, thank you for the many opportunities you have given us. Thank you for this time to gather in the spirit of competition. Please help these athletes and officials perform to the best of their abilities and keep them free from injury. St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, pray for us. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Our officials for tonight's game, as assigned by the AR, Ryan Sinicki and Daniel Schlunt.
Officials for tonight's game, assigned by the AIA, are Ryan Sinicki and Daniel Schultz. So Saguaro coming in. They've won 2 in a row. They're feeling good about themselves. 3-2, 12-8. Back-to-back wins over Marcos and St. Mary's. Alexis Simpson with 32 in the win over St. Mary's. Simpson leads the team with 18 a game. Then it's Marley Jackson with 12 and Erica McGadney with 10 points. So Seton won both matchups last year, 61-28 at home and 68-37 on the road. Lifetime against Saguaro. Karen Self is 22-2. So needless to say, she has had her way with the SaberCats. Saguaro averages 55 points, shoots 39%, 29% from 3, 62% from the line, with 26 rebounds, 11 assists, 18 steals, and 2 blocks. Sentinels on the other side average 53 points, shoot 41%, 33% from 3, 64% from the line, 31 rebounds, 14 assists, 10 steals, and 3 blocks per game. Seton leading the Desert Sky at 5-0, 16-5 overall. Mesquite's 4-1. Those two face off tomorrow. Make that Thursday at Mesquite. Mesquite's 18-3 overall. Saguaro 3-2, 12-8, third place. St. Mary's 2-3, 6-9. Arcadia 1-4, 4-13, and Marcos 0-5, 2-17. And the ladies, after facing Mesquite on Thursday, Doc, they'll be back here taking on Marcos right here on Friday night. Friday night hoops. And I love Friday night hoops, Doc, because you kind of get through the work week and then all of a sudden you got some basketball to look forward to, and it's always special here at John J. McMahon Gym. And you know, it's also kind of getting to that time where you start reflecting for some of the seniors, and that's Jane Herrera, Lexi Walper, Caitlin Benally. 3 seniors will be playing their final games next week. And Carmela Banks went off the glass. And when I say final games, final regular season games, of course they'll have the playoff matchups, and Seton should have some early playoff matchups here before getting to the higher divisions, whether that's in the open round or whether that's in the 4A. So Gallardo gets Seton going. Now it's Saguaro back the other way. 10 on the shot clock. Shot from the outside, and that one off the side of the rim. Benally tracks it down, and Benally's such a force. Good to see Caitlin up and running, and Seton loves to have that kind of post force, and that one is taken away. Bad pass on the other end. Jada Mitchell with the good thievery. Works it out. Shot is up, and that shot is off the mark by Erica McGadney. So here comes Seton. Looking to stay perfect at home. 5-0, Doc, here at John J. McMahon Gym this year. Down in the box, DiPuccio. And DiPuccio misses the bunny underneath. Pulled down, and here comes Saguaro in transition. Shot won't fall for McGadney. Here comes Sophie, swings it over to Gallardo. Coming off that 29-point outing against Arcadia. And DiPuccio goes up strong, and DiPuccio gets fouled in the blocks, and she'll shoot a pair.
And finally, a moment of pause from all of that action that we just saw. This game has lived up to the claims of being fast-paced, and this one has been a back-and-forth battle so far.
DiPuccio at the line, a 49% free throw shooter, knocks down the first, and I also asked her if she's totally clear on her father's collegiate football career as well. And
is that squared away?
She is squared away.
There we go.
Her dad played at Bowling Green and for the Bearcats. By no means did he play for Ohio State. Morales. Gallardo back the other way. Carmelo will let it fly, and that one in and out
Good shot, though. Very good look.
Jada Brown with the rebound. Rebound, 1 of 6 she averages per contest. Over to Jada Mitchell. 22 on the shot clock. And right now, Saguaro looks a little discombobulated in their half-court offense as the shot clock now at 10. They swing it in the corner. We are blocked down that side. McGadney will pull it out. Now it's the turnover. And that was just a bad possession by Saguaro all the way. Benally. And Benally will go to the line. Marley Jackson with the foul down in the blocks. And that was just a possession for Saguaro where you could sense the frustration for Erica McGadney on the top of the key. No one was cutting, no one was moving. And you know, if you're gonna come in here and try to knock off Seton in their house, you've got to have everything going right. And it starts with execution and everyone being on the same page.
Absolutely, and that was not a good look on that drive for them there.
Benally knocks down 1 of 2. She is a 71% free throw shooter. Of course, she's on her way to play at Fort Lewis, and that one is thrown and slightly tipped by Seton. So SaberCats will retain possession with 29 on the shot clock. They get into McGadney, who works it to Jada Mitchell. And now it's back to Marley Jackson. Long range shot. And Jackson knocks it down from long range. 5-3, Seton advantage. Gregston over to Morales. And they dump it down the blocks. Gregston puts it on the floor, back to Morales. Morales thought about it for a split second. And Sophie will pull it back out. And you just gotta love the poise of the floor, General.
Yeah.
And luckily, that ball was kept alive by Seton. And DiPuccio rips down the rebound, and Gallardo puts it on the floor, swings it out. Morales will let it go from 3, and Sophie knocks down the triple. Sophie Morales, a 30% three-point shooter, buries it from the outside. The lead is 5 for Seton. Gallardo, tight defense on Marley Jackson. Love to see that tough man-to-man defense by Seton, and Alexis Simpson misses from the outside. Morales shoots it down to Gregston in the corner. Reagan down to Benally. DiPuccio scratches and claws, and right now Seton has to tighten up the passing down in the blocks a little bit.
Yeah, and speaking of tightening up, that ball was ripped away.
Jada Brown with the good steal, and then it's the put in by Jada Mitchell. And that's very rare that you see Sophie Morales lose the handles. Morales in the lane. Benally point blank, and you know, Caitlin is automatic. You get the ball that deep, she's facing the glass.
Yeah.
She's gonna make that shot 90% of the time.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'm sure that we'll see Seton go back to that well multiple times here tonight.
Marley Jackson with Carmella on her. Jada Mitchell swings it over the other side. Jada Brown goes inside of Marley Jackson, and that's a great runner by Marley Jackson. Banks it off the glass. She averages 12 points, a nice field goal percentage of 45% from the floor. Sophie other side. Carmella lets it fly. Carmella in and out. Jackson with the rebound. A 3-point game. Seton riding a 12-game winning streak against the SaberCats. Alexis Simpson shoots it the other way. McGadney, that shot is long. And if the SaberCats are going to have a chance in this one, Alexis Simpson has got to be able to deliver. She's the team's leading scorer. Good player, but it seems like when she comes here against Seton, gets locked up. Benally misses underneath. Going back the other way, Jada Mitchell. Up and in. And it's a 1-point Seton lead. Saguaro on a nice little run. Morales. Benally down the blocks, and Benally will go to the line. Foul on Jada Mitchell. Third team foul. Benally, once again, a really good free throw shooter, 71%. And as soon as I say that, she misses on the front end.
Joe, we might have a streak with that going on now. So I don't know, we might have to change some things around with our free throw talk.
So Benally connects on the second one, making do on all the props I gave her from her free throw percentage at the line. Seton up a deuce. Mitchell puts it on the floor and guarded heavily by Gregston. Now Erica McGadney. McGadney shoots it over. Jada Brown puts it on the court, and that's knocked out of bounds. It'll be 11 seconds for Saguaro. Marley Jackson off the inbounds. Gallardo right in her mug. McGadney in the corner. Almost stepped out. She tried to knock it off to Puccio, and that was a bad choice. Benally right there, and Benally to Morales, and that was a situation right there, Doc, where Benally, all she had to do was spin and turn.
Yeah. And I think she tried to fake that there and then go with the pass, but she should have just committed to the spin, and she would have been right underneath the basket where we know she's so deadly.
Alexis Simpson back the other way. McGadney picks up the loose ball. McGadney swings it over. Jada Mitchell. Mitchell going up, and Mitchell up and in. 6 quick points. We're tied at 11. And this Saguaro team that has felt the wrath of Seton so many times, coming here and playing with a force, and Benally banks it the other way. She's got 6. It's a 2-point lead. Morales on Jada Brown. Marley Jackson setting the pick on the other end. Jada Mitchell from long range. Mitchell misses. DiPuccio with the rip. Seton. 37 seconds left in the first period. Benally misses off the glass. And the Sentinels will play for the final shot with 31.7 seconds left in the first. Up by 2. Morales out to DiPuccio, and DiPuccio will get it back to Morales. Jada Brown on Morales. Good tight defense by Saguaro. Benally, high post. DiPuccio down low. DiPuccio, Gregston's there, and Gregston up and in. Reagan Gregston. Some good hustle and good recognition. Alexis Simpson on the other end. Gets to take it away. Gallardo splits the defenders, and Carmella. And that's a great finish for Seton. Squad goes on a 6-0 run to end the first. The hustle play by Gregston and Doc, the turnover, and Carmella just put the Jets on.
Yeah, and that's great to see heading into the second quarter. Things got a little bit stagnant in the middle of that quarter for the Sentinels, but you know, they figured things out and they ended strong.
Caitlin Benally with 6 points. Carmella with 4. Sophie with 3. Reagan with 2. DiPuccio with a pair.
They shared the love.
Sharing it around, starting 5, everyone in the scoring column. Jada Mitchell on the other side. The guard who is really having a nice season, putting up almost 9 points a game with 2 rebounds and shooting 39% from the field. Came out with 6 points, and Marley Jackson knocked down a 3 and added another field goal. So Saguaro really pushed the pace and really put up a fight, and they're only down 6. And for Karen Self, and she kind of talked about it, we have to contain their athleticism. And a little bit in that first period, we saw Jada Mitchell getting loose and attacking the rim and getting to the glass. But the good thing for Seton defensively, Alexis Simpson not in the scoring column, as well as Erica McGadney. So the SaberCats leading scorer still hasn't got on track. Marley Jackson the other way. And Jackson, long range 3. And way to come out.
Yeah.
Out of the break for the SaberCats and dialing it up. Marley Jackson averaging 12 points a game and shooting 38% from three. They try to backdoor it down to DiPuccio, and that's knocked away by Alexis Simpson. McGadney back the other way. DiPuccio swings it over. Long range shot. That one rims in and out. And that was a good look from Jada Mitchell. And Doc, that was close.
Yeah, and they're getting more and more open looks as this game goes on. The Sentinels need to be a little bit tighter in transition.
Gregston misses from three. It's a three-point game. Simpson on the other side. Trying to get into the lane. Could not. Morales. Sabercats get back in transition. Carmella inside. DiPuccio follows her shot and knocks it in. It's a 5-point Seton lead. And right now you got to feel like for Mia, she's missed some bunnies, Doc. It's all about positioning, getting a little closer to that rim. McGadney draws the contact, going through the trees of Benally and DiPuccio, and Caitlin will get her first. And McGadney will go to the line. A 43% free throw shooter, Doc. So if there's someone you want at the line, it's not McGadney who knocks down the first.
Yeah.
She puts up 10 and 5 per game. A 38% field goal percentage for McGadney. Sentinels swinging around the perimeter. Morales with Jada Brown on her. And Jada Brown is bringing the heat. DiPuccio from long range. Gregston tracks it down. Gregston goes back up. And Saguaro and Jada Brown coming up the floor. Brown into the paint, swings it out. McGadney misses off the glass. Morales middle of the floor. Good transition defense, but Benally cuts loose underneath. And a great recognition by Sophie Morales. The lead is 6. Jada Brown gets the screen from McGadney. McGadney pulls it back out. One-on-one against DiPuccio. Tries to scoop it up, and good work by McGadney. Her first bucket of the game. She's got 3. Back on the other end, it's Benally. And Doc, that's like for Coach Aria Ham, that's crippling. You score on the other side, and then you don't get back defensively in transition. And any team, whether it be Saguaro or any team, you face Seton, you don't get back, you don't play transition defense, you've got no shot, 0.
Yeah,
because Sophie Morales will just run the offense right past the opposing defense 100% of the time.
It's what she does best. And the shot is no good from DiPuccio. Right up in the paint.
It's a 6-point lead. And how about Gregston getting back with a big block?
Oof.
And we talked about that, and that's a tale of 2 transition defenses. Just a couple possessions ago, Sentinels blow right by Saguaro, and then Gregston getting back and swatting Mitchell, who looked like for a split second she had free reign at the glass. McGadney shoots it over. Jada Mitchell can't fault her for taking the shot. Had a good look and just could not connect from the outside. And you got to applaud Saguaro. They're out there. They got to take good shots when they're available. 27 seconds on the shot clock. 4:41 left in the first half. Seton up 23-17. So glad you can join us right here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Carmella Gallardo from the outside. Misses off the front of the rim. Caitlin Benally try to go up underneath. Seton retains possession, and Morales will inbounds. Morales in the corner. Shoots it out to Gallardo. Seton working quickly, getting the ball down the blocks. And DiPuccio misses yet again. And it seems like right now a lot of Mia's, as that one is missed from the outside from Marley Jackson, a lot of the issues with Mia, it seems like she's trying to fall away. She's, instead of like going forward and being aggressive toward the rim. Everything is off balance. Morales gets the high screen from Benally. Carmella shoots it back over. tipped by Brown for a split second. They dump it down to Reagan. And that one's knocked away. Good defense by Jada Mitchell. And you can see Seton's just trying to methodically work the ball down in the post. 13 on the shot clock. Seton up 23-17. DiPuccio, elbow. And that one is short. Marley Jackson. Loose ball. McGadney cutting, and McGadney will go to the line. That's great recognition by Marley Jackson. And Benally picks up the foul. McGadney once again a 43% free throw shooter. 1 of 2 the first time around. And that one in and out. So Saguaro right now doing everything necessary.
Yeah.
They're hanging around, they're getting good post defense. Of course, Sentinels missing some looks that they have to capitalize down in the blocks when they have those one-on-one opportunities. And here comes Seton. Under 4 minutes left in this first half. Morales shoots over to DiPuccio. Carmella puts it on the floor. A little floater. And that one drops.
Well done.
Carmella. She's got 6. It's an 8-point Seton lead. Jada Brown dumps it down to McGadney. McGadney. And
Well
McGadney
done.
with a good touch. And the good feed from Jada Brown.
Go with that roll.
McGadney. A talented junior. Gregston shoots it over Morales. Benally. DiPuccio. And DiPuccio. And Marley Jackson has a look at the referee like,
Yeah, I didn't touch him, but you know, he was up in the action, and perhaps her hands were not on the right spot at the right time. So DiPuccio will go to the line, and what a good quarter this has been for the Sentinels. And you know, they've really been just keeping the game a little bit out of reach of Saguaro, and this is a good chance for them to really start to break away and put a stamp on this one heading into halftime.
so that's a big hustle rebound by Reagan Gregston.
Yeah.
In a game like this, where the shots aren't falling for Seton, as you can tell from the outside, and sometimes point blank. Right now, the little things, the hustle moves, the Reagan Gregston loose ball, and extending the sequence is huge for Seton. They control the clock, they control the possession, and gives them another opportunity. Gregston from long range misses. Marley Jackson out to Jada Brown. And that pass thrown across the court for Jada Mitchell, for Coach Rhea Ham, she wants her team to push the pace, but also be controlled. You just don't want to give the ball right back, especially after a possession where Seton extended it with hustle play after hustle play. Carmella gets the high screen from Benally. Brown fights through it. And McGadney rips it away from Gregston. McGadney pulls it out. Marley Jackson from 3. And that one's off the mark. Benally. Morales rips the middle of the floor. Swings it down to DiPuccio. And DiPuccio, that time
Well
a good
done.
look.
Well done.
And attacked.
Up and through.
Attacked the rim and knocked it down. The lead is now 7 for Seton. McGadney, Mitchell long range. That one's off the mark. Morales, middle of the floor. Shoots it over to Carmella. That one is off the mark. Ripped down by Simpson. And Simpson and Gregston.
Run out again. Sophie, run out again. He's got you.
So, once again, a hustle play by Seton.
Shot, please.
Another hustle play by Reagan Gregston. Extends the life for Seton.
Yep.
Seton on a nice little run. Led 17-11 after 1. Shot is up. That one is a go. DiPuccio underneath. And DiPuccio will go to the line. That time the foul against Jada Brown. That's her second. And DiPuccio. She now has 8 points.
Hey, Noah. Sophie.
The lead is 10 for Seton. And this is where, if you're Saguaro, and that's a good timeout by Aria Ham.
Yeah, good timeout.
Because, you know, you started to see some of the body language from Jada Brown and some of the kids, like, and you know what? That's when you got to step up even more. And don't lose hope. You're in the game. Look, 11 points in a basketball game is nothing.
Nothing.
134 left. And for Saguaro, they have to battle, so Seton doesn't continue on this run. And for Karen Self, this is where she wants to see her team just put the foot on the pedal and just build a comfortable double-digit lead going into the half.
Yeah.
And look who's joined us live from the ponds, the rivers, the oceans, wherever Freddie the Flamingo might be. You know, I think back in the day when I used to work at the Traywinds Hotel in St. Pete Beach when I was back in college, I think I saw Freddie hanging out there.
Yeah, you might have.
Yeah.
He's a traveler, you know, he's all over the place.
I think he had his Hawaiian Tropic lotion on. He had his Oakleys or Ray-Bans back in the day. And
he was styling.
And he was kicking it on a lawn chair.
Wow.
On a beach chair.
Cool guy.
Where Freddie goes, life is good. 30-19, Sentinels, buck 30 left. Jada Mitchell, guarded by Gallardo. Now it's in the ball game. London Chandler. A freshman. Simpson the other way. And Simpson, the aggressive move against Reagan Grigston. Simpson is the team's leading scorer, 18 a game. But Doc, last couple times I've seen her in this building, it's almost as if like she's afraid to impose her will. And when you're the best player on the team, you've got to step up and just put your foot on the pedal and bring it.
You really have to own that role as, you know, being your team's most dominant player, and that's really what separates, you know, great leaders from good leaders.
And Simpson is a very, very talented basketball player. And she misses on the first. Simpson putting up 18 and 5 a game, 45% from the floor, 31% from three, 79% from the free throw line.
Wow.
So we're talking about someone who can do it in so many different ways. And she finally gets into the scoring column late in the first half. The lead is 10 for the Sentinels. Morales with Mitchell right on her. Pulls it out. Sophie swings it out to Gallardo, who was left open for a split second. Down in the blocks. Jaden Herrera loses the handle. Back the other way. Chandler in transition. She picks up the dribble over to Mitchell. Marley Jackson. Call it about a 25-second game to shot clock differential. 20 seconds of the shot clock. McGadney swings it over to Jackson. That ball is loose, and they're going to call the reach in against Carmella. And, you know, Doc, when we see Carmella pick up fouls, they're always of the most ticky-tack version.
Yeah.
I mean.
No, she plays a clean game, no doubt. Not super physical. And I didn't, you know, see an infraction there, but of course I'm not on the court.
22 on the shot clock. Jackson pulls it back out. Good defense by Carmella. Sentinels, 5-second game to shot clock differential. So the Sentinels might have an opportunity. Mitchell and the SaberCats trying to work this clock and end the half on a positive. Simpson on the floor, the floater, and that's a good look by Alexis Simpson. Now it's the Sentinels back the other way. Morales at the buzzer will let it fly. And Sophie off the side of the rim. A good first half for the Sentinels, leading 30-22. Caitlin Benally leading the way with 10 points. And Mia DiPuccio with 9. And Glad you can join us right here, the Seton Catholic Sports Network. That is Adam Perry. I'm Joe Pequeno. And the Sentinels coming into this one, Doc, playing so well, riding an 8-game winning streak on top of the Desert Sky. Started a little slow in this one, leading 17-11, and they missed some bunnies underneath with DiPuccio and crew, but here they are nursing an 8-point halftime lead.
Yeah, you know, they're still comfortably cruising in this contest, and they have had some unfortunate misses underneath the rim, but you know, that's all water under the bridge now. We're heading into the second half, and they can turn things on its head, clean up their game, and take a huge lead in this one. Tomorrow night,
or let's make that Thursday, the Sentinels in a big matchup against Mesquite. Mesquite came here a couple weeks ago. Sentinels won that at the buzzer as DiPuccio knocked one off the glass for the win. Then the Sentinels are back here taking on Marcos on Friday. We'll take a short time out from John, Jay, McMahon, Jim. The Sentinels with an 8-point lead over Saguaro. You're watching this right here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network.
I'm excited to announce that we are making progress and that our initial steps will begin this summer with the installation of air conditioning in McMahon Gym. This incredible accomplishment reinforces how we continue to move forward with campus improvements, which are crucial to creating an even better experience for our students, faculty, staff, and parents. But our work is not over. We need additional help to continue this amazing, ambitious project. We're calling on our Seton community of alumni, parents, grandparents, and friends to really rally, make our family presence felt, and make our event center a reality. If you haven't made your pledge to our campaign yet, or if you would like to increase your pledge amount, scan the QR code at the end of this message, or visit our website and click on the advancement page. Once again, thank you to everyone who has supported our Founded in Faith, Building on Excellence campaign.
Emphasis for the second frame.
Or through your investment of time.
And Mia DiPuccio right behind her with 9. On the other side for Saguaro, Marley Jackson with 8. Jada Mitchell with 6. Erica McGadney with 5. And Alexa Simpson starting to find her groove a little bit in that second period late. She's got 3. She's the team's leading scorer with 18 points per game. So you get a sense from the Saguaro side, you feel some energy and confidence coming, and for Seton, Karen Self wants her team to put the foot down. And we begin the second frame with Jada Brown controlling the ball for the SaberCats. Almost has it taken away by Gallardo. Morales shoots it over Jada Mitchell. Mitchell almost lost the hand on McGadney. And Morales rips it away. Sophie shoots it over. DiPuccio misses, and Morales tries to feed Gregston, and it's knocked out of bounds. And Morales to Caitlin Benally, shoots it over to DiPuccio. Morales swings it over to DiPuccio. Very dangerous pass, and they're going to call the contact foul on Jada Brown, and that's a tough foul for Jada Brown because that ball was in the middle and she's just going for it.
Yep. Not much she can do there.
She's got 3. Benally point blank, and Caitlin. And Morales draws the foul.
Hustle foul right there.
So the Sentinels with a good couple opportunities, point blank, and can't connect. So now it's the other side. Saguaro trying to avoid getting knocked out here early in the third. Hanging around Jada Brown, and that looked like she got away with a travel there, and Morales picks up the foul against McGadney. And that's a couple quick fouls on Sophie Morales, and that's the last person the Sentinels need in foul trouble, because Morales is the general behind this offense. When Seton is at its best, it's because Morales is running the ship at all times. McGadney.
Yeah, she is the computer behind the engine, if you will. I mean, she is the driving force on offense and just in general of keeping this team functioning as one unit.
McGadney now 2 of 6 from the line. Sentinels up 7, looking for the first bucket here in the second frame. Benally. Morales swings it over. Carmela for a split second. Benally. Morales driving and misses the bunny underneath. And Morales takes it right back.
Wow.
And Sophie up and in.
Talk about hustle.
And just a relentless effort.
Wow.
32-23. Jada Brown the other way. Carmela takes it away. The bad pass by Brown. Morales. Benally. And Benally. And the Sentinels on a 4-0 run.
And this is the well-oiled machine of Sentinel basketball right here.
The lead is now at 11.
Those last two plays were just phenomenal from Seton, and that will break up their momentum a little bit.
Reagan Gregson checking out. Jane Herrera checking in. And I love the sense of frustration from Reagan Gregson coming off the court. You gotta love that. She's a competitor.
Yeah.
She's fired up, right? Didn't like the foul call.
Yep.
Simpson guarded by DiPuccio. Length on length. Simpson gave up the dribble. Jada Brown swings it over. Jada Mitchell. Back to Jada Brown. Jada Brown getting the lane. Swings it out. Simpson long range from three. And that one drops in. 34-23. And now you see Alexis Simpson. She's engaged now, and she's going to have to be for Saguaro to have an opportunity in this one.
They've got some ground to make up, and they can't allow that to happen consistently, or they have no chance in this game.
And there was no help side defense on Caitlin Benally underneath. And Jane Herrera picks up her first foul, and Mitchell will go to the line. But once again, good recognition by Seton offensively. And the pass down in the box as Mitchell gets the roll. 6 in the first, scoreless in the second. She has 7. Putting up almost 9 a game. Connects. And the lead is 9 for the Sentinels. Mitchell on Morales. Benally sets the high screen. Morales inside to DiPuccio. And Sophie made that look easy, surgical. Jada Brown back the other way. Brown gives up the dribble in the lane. Simpson long range from 3. Shot won't go. And it's going the other way in favor of the Sentinels. And just when you think you've seen everything from Sophie Morales in the toolbox, she does something amazing and again.
Yeah.
Just fired that pass, split a couple defenders to get DiPuccio inside. Herrera down in the box. DiPuccio. DiPuccio was trying to feed Benally on that left side, knocked out of bounds by Morales. 20 on the shot clock, 4:36 left in the third. Seton up 10. And backdoor, and that's just too easy. Carmella, she's got 8. Mitchell picked up by Herrera. 12-point lead, the biggest of the game for the Sentinels. Marley Jackson picked up by Gallardo. Cutting down below was Jada Brown. Simpson weaving. And the call goes against Saguaro. 40-28.
Some momentum now building for the Sentinels. You can feel it in the building. And Morales is just so skilled up top with the handles. Now
Benally.
inside.
Top of the key, Morales. DiPuccio thought about it for a split second. Feeds Benally down low, and Caitlin misses. And Morales pulls it back out. DiPuccio cutting, and DiPuccio misses. McGadney in transition, almost gave up the dribble, almost had the travel call. Over to Jada Mitchell. A solid point guard for Saguaro. Over to Jada Brown. Simpson long range from 3. That's off the mark. Gallardo will secure it. Carmella working the point. Benally top of the key. Trying to feed the beast underneath. DiPuccio. DiPuccio up and in. And the SaberCats didn't like the call. They thought they should have had a 3-second call against DiPuccio. DiPuccio now with 11. Benally with 14. And it's going the other way. A 14-point lead for the Sentinels. And this is where we've seen so many times the Sentinels take on Saguaro. There's a point, a turning point in the game. And for the SaberCats, this is it with 2:53 left. They hold tight, start playing some defense, and start taking care of basketball to give themselves an opportunity where the SaberCats can find themselves on this lopsided end of the scoreboard. Lexi Walper in the game, top of the key. Morales, elbow jumper. Morales off the side of the iron. Marley Jackson with the rebound. Jackson swings in the corner. Jada Brown, Alexis Simpson. Simpson will swing it over to Brown. DiPuccio on Brown. DiPuccio. Now it's Brown swinging it over the other way to Mitchell. Mitchell, good look, won't go. DiPuccio blocks out Brown. Morales swings it over to Lexi Walper. Walper, DiPuccio cutting. Back to Morales. Morales in the lane, pull up. Too strong up the back of the iron. Mitchell with a rebound. Under 2 minutes left in this third. Mitchell right down the lane, up and in. And that is going to be a point of emphasis for the tape for the Sentinels tomorrow when they break this one down. Mitchell now with 10. And Mitchell's had a nice game. Has a quick first step and has gotten to the rim on multiple occasions. Carmella, Benally, Carmella in the corner, blocked. Carmella, and that's going the other way. 42-30, Sentinels trying to blow this one open, and Saguaro showing some stubbornness and some determination on the road. Jaden Mitchell. Marley Jackson, guarded by Carmella. Oof. And Jackson hits the court hard. And that's going to be a foul call against Carmella. That's her second. Jackson will go to the line to shoot a pair. 82% free throw shooter. Marley Jackson. 5 in the first, 3 in the second. SaberCats getting contributions from Jackson and Mitchell, and looking for a little bit more from McGadney and Simpson to have an opportunity. And you can hear the fans. Libby Fogarty, the star cheerleader of the Sentinels, who does such a great job supporting all the athletic programs on campus. Libby she's a glue in the athletic department for the Sentinels. DiPuccio long range off the iron. And it's going right in Seton's direction. McGadney just got a tip of it. So now it's Morales off the inbounds. Morales gets it to DiPuccio. DiPuccio swings it to Walper. Morales for 3. And Sophie rips the triple. 45-31. Sophie with 8 points.
Good, Mia, good D. Good D.
Lead is 14.
10-second clock to shot clock differential here. And it won't matter. Sentinels will get to take the last shot here in this one, and you can bet that they're going to play for it.
And that's a crippling effect right there.
Yeah.
On Saguaro, just not being able to pass the ball across the court and seeing it go out of bounds with no pressure on the ball.
Yeah.
And that's a tough one to swallow for Coach Ariaham, who does a nice job for the SaberCats. Lexi Walper, Benally, back the other way. Mello long range, won't go. Marley Jackson tracks it down. Jackson at the buzzer, and that one is long. So the Sentinels extend their lead. They're led by 8 after 2. They're up 14 after 3. And Doc, as we look at the third. Sophie Morales, 5 points. Mia DiPuccio with 4. Caitlin Benally with 4. Carmela had a deuce, and so once again, 4 of your starters making things happen, and of course Sophie with the big 3 in the corner to really extend the lead for Seton.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a well-rounded assault all night long, and I mean, listen, Saguaro has been hanging around, right? They're not going anywhere, but as this game goes longer, Seton is beginning to pull away.
And, you know, if I knew that Freddie the Flamingo was going to be right by our table, right to, he's literally right there, as you can see him, I would have brought him some birdseed.
I don't have any breadcrumbs or anything, so.
I don't know.
Shrimp?
Yeah, shrimp, or
yeah,
do they eat sardines by chance?
You know, I'm not too educated on flamingo diet, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But maybe, I'm sure. Freddie seems like a, you know, like he has a wide palate, so you never know.
Last I checked in my course curriculum at South Florida, they did not offer dietitian habits of Freddie the Flamingo. So we digress. 14 points. Sentinels with a chance to move a step closer and get another victory. They'll start the final frame with possession. Morales, Mitchell. And give Jada Mitchell a lot of credit. She's fought hard tonight. And that foul call goes against Mitchell as Sophie will go to the line. Morales, also a good free throw shooter, 70%. Hopefully this time I don't jinx her. And the jinx is over.
Wow. Well, maybe.
Morales now with 9 points. She averages 10 per game with 4 rebounds and 6 assists. Just a complete player. Ripped away by Caitlin Benally, and just a great possession for Seton. And now they have a chance to work the clock. Great ball movement, knocked away by Jada Brown. Good hustle, but for Seton, look, they get the free throw, extend the lead to 15, they hold possession, and right now they're trying to surgically dissect Saguaro and looking for just that one extra pass, like Reagan Gregston open on the perimeter there, and the shot from the outside won't go, and look at Gregston tracking it down, and that was a situation where Reagan could have just held the ball.
Yeah.
So now it's a new possession for Seton, right? And they basically own the first minute of this fourth period. And they'll take it with leading by 15. Dumped down the blocks, Benally won't go, and that is knocked away by Marley Jackson. And Doc, there's no question, if you think about, and you know Coach Self will dissect the tape quickly, and if you think about all the layups the Sentinels have missed point blank, and that's a miscommunication on Mella and Morales in that corner. If the Sentinels didn't miss the amount of layups that they usually connect on, this one is over.
Blown open.
Blown open and then some.
To say the least, absolutely. They might be approaching 80 points by now, and you know, that's unfortunate to see. And we see a good scramble right there, and that results in Saguaro having to call a timeout in order to keep possession. But as we were talking about, Joe,
as I mentioned just a short time ago, the Sentinels, and look, you're not going to be perfect every time you play. I mean, Doc, how many times did you go on the mound for Castile and you thought you felt great, your stuff in the bullpen was fantastic, and then you go on the mound and
not so much.
You couldn't fire up the slider in the corner, and it laid flat, and all of a sudden it's going 380 feet the other way, right? Sometimes it's just in the course of a contest, things don't flow accordingly, but here the Sentinels are with a 15-point lead and closer to that 9th consecutive win.
Right. As long as they come out with the victory tonight, it's a victory.
Absolutely. And Jada Brown underneath. And Brown lost the handle for a split second and puts it up and in, her first bucket of the game. The lead is 13 for the Sentinels. This one, not over by any means. Sentinels have to battle. They had to put some points up. And that's a good recognition by Morales and Gregston can't connect underneath. Jada Brown, Morales on Brown. Over to McGadney. And Mitchell, as that one was almost thrown away. McGadney, DiPuccio on McGadney. Now it's back to Mitchell. 10 on the shot clock. Simpson on Benally, driving. Simpson misses, Gregston rips it down. Morales surveying the floor. Mitchell right on her. Morales over to Gregston. Gregston almost lost the handle on the good defense by McGadney, and Morales looking for Benally. And right now, Coach Self calling for ball pressure.
And that's the right thing to do, absolutely. Make them earn every possession. But we can't be slow in transition defense, and that one is going to haunt the Sentinels as we enter the last stretch of this game. An and one opportunity now for Simpson, and
McGadney fouled, puts it up, has the shot at the three-point play, and brings Saguaro within 10. By no means, 5:39. It's an eternity. And McGadney cannot connect. She's got 8 points. And Seton, Morales, that floor general. Coach Karen Self looking for a good possession. Eats the clock, and the team gets a good shot off as Mella with a runner. And Mella answers the call. She's got 11. 13-point lead. Closing in on 5 minutes. Sentinels doing a good job getting back in transition. Jada Brown the other way. Goes right into the trees. So Seton stifles Jada Brown. And now it's Morales and crew looking to add to a 13-point lead. Gregston, backdoor. Carmella misses underneath. And that time, Doc, the shot was just rushed. Carmella had a moment to set her feet and go up. Simpson. Gregston, and Jada Brown will reset the offense. She gives up to Mitchell, left open from three. Mitchell fires it up, and that is too strong. Loose ball on the floor, going up. And great hustle by McGadney, keeping it alive for Saguaro.
And you have to ask the question for Saguaro, you know, is it too little too late here? They're starting to get some things moving, but still the Sentinels have a 13-point lead, but at the same time, 4:16 on the clock. 2 free shots coming up, anything is possible. First one won't go.
And the big thing for Saguaro is when you have your opportunities at the line, you got to be able to connect. You got to knock some shots down. You're trailing by 13. 4:16 is an eternity, but the Sentinels, with Sophie Morales running the offense, are just not going to implode and just turn the ball over 1,000 times. It just won't happen.
No.
So they've got to be able to capitalize on opportunities at the free throw line or point blank looks when they get those. And Jada Mitchell's doing a nice job blocking up Morales. Gregston puts it on the floor for a split second, out to Carmella. 20. Morales, long range. Sophie can't connect. Benally. And Saguaro locks it down defensively. Saguaro hanging tough in this one. Down 12. Mitchell the other way. And Mitchell off Seton. But great job by Jada Mitchell forcing the tempo. Trying to cut through the Seton bigs. You can feel the sense of urgency by Mitchell.
Yeah.
Gregston trying to track her down. Jada Brown, Morales, McGadney putting on the floor. Simpson from long range, and Simpson knocks down the three. And the lead is 9 for Seton. Alexis Simpson now with 9 points. Morales gets over the line. And they'll call the foul against Jada Mitchell. Reach-in foul.
And, you know, we mentioned pregame that this game, you know, was up to anyone's grabs. And as we mentioned, Saguaro came out even scrappier than we thought. I mean, they're fighting tooth and nail here to stay in this one.
And great recognition, Benally to DiPuccio, and DiPuccio point blank going up strong to the rim.
Yeah.
Jada Brown the other way. Gregston with the foul.
Hey, you got 12.
And that's what I want to see from Mia. There's too many times in this game she was taking awkward shots or just off balance and just kind of going strong.
Yeah.
What happens if you go up strong against someone? You're most likely going to draw a foul and go to the line.
Yep, absolutely. And that's it for Gregston on the night. That's her 5th foul in this contest. And, you know, it's unfortunate to see one of the core pieces of this Sentinels offense have to exit the game early, but with an 11-point lead and still so many great Sentinels left, I'm sure they have not lost much hope here.
And Jaden Herrera steps in. Gregston, 2 points on the night. Jada Brown misses both, but McGadney's there. McGadney taken away by Benally. Carmela over to Morales, and Seton will bleed the clock. Gets the high screen. Morales in the lane. Shoots it to DiPuccio. And that one drops in. And Morales hits the court hard. And now we'll get a timeout on the floor as we take another look, and that's a great replay courtesy of Paulo Hutchison. And maybe Paulo, you can dial that up one more time as Karen Self is on the floor, and we
looks like maybe her ankle misstepped.
As we take another look, you see Sophie cutting. And that time, as she was going in, got on the back end of, looks like, Jada Mitchell. And Sophie's going to be helped off the floor.
Literally.
And this is a scary moment for the Sentinels, because when you think about this team, it all starts with Sophie Morales, and such a core piece of the success of this team. And
yeah.
She's being checked by the trainer, and right now it looks like they're working on her left foot a little bit. And we'll see if we can get an update as we go. Sentinels up 13 after the great feed. Kick the other way, and that one is thrown away. And so on one side, you see the Sentinels with great execution, Morales, and the ball that dropped through the net from DiPuccio. On the other side, Saguaro implodes on simple passing and recognition from teammates. And that's a great...
Well done.
Great job, Lexi Walper right there to Jaden Herrera. And that was just fantastic by Lexi Walper, who plays on the softball team, by the way.
Yes.
Doc, and she plays on the club circuit, and that was just a selfless display of just feeding her teammate, and Herrera was there perfectly.
Yeah.
It's a 15-point lead for the Sentinels. 18 on the shot clock.
And now we also get to see Carmela Gallardo run the point with Morales out of the game, which is one small positive that we can take from this unfortunate situation. And the Sentinels are continuing to be Sentinels here tonight.
DiPuccio with 19 points. Benally's been that kind of point forward for the team. Going back the other way, McGadney misses. And right now the Sentinels can breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that one is thrown away.
Yes, they've earned themselves a bit of breathing room. Up 17 points now with just 1:39 on the clock, and they can perhaps ease up a bit now. And they've done such a good job all night of just keeping this game a little bit out of reach for Saguaro. That's a fantastic three right there from Mitchell, but at the same time, there's not much time left at all. And this is what the Sentinels cannot allow. A complete breakdown after that play. Sloppy ball handling.
And that's why we talk about how important it is to have Sophie Morales on the court.
Yeah.
We've seen some bad possessions by the Sentinels, and luckily, time is a factor in this one. They're up 12 with 56.2 seconds left, and the good thing is Sophie is literally right behind us, and she's walking around, and
we have insight. We have the inside information this time.
Jada Brown long range, and that one hits off the front of the iron. And Lexi Walper, who's come off the bench and provided a spark. Hustle, energy, finding Jaden Herrera on a key situation.
And that's all that's asked for you off the bench, is just bring energy. Bring some competitive flair with you, and you have earned your time.
Carmela, good work up the floor. DiPuccio, and DiPuccio with a good recognition to Jaden Herrera, 58-44. So the Sentinels play on, and Jada Brown runs into traffic, gives the ball up. Carmela will stop, pop, and misfire, but Herrera is right there, and Benally up and in. So the role players providing a super spark. Benally now with 15. Herrera and Lexi Walper doing a great job off the bench. 10 seconds left as McGadney will go to the line. So the good thing is right now that looks like they're putting some ice on Sophie's left foot. She was walking around a little bit. Don't think there's anything that's overly concerned to be about. Can't confirm, can't speculate. We want to stay on the side of positive.
Yeah.
And McGadney knocks that one through.
And here we go. We've got the complete setup here today. We've got footage in the training room. We've got Adam and Joe on the sideline. We've got everything. We've got the bench. We've got the court.
Yeah.
3 different angles. I mean, Paulo Hutchison, the mastermind behind this awesome creation. And
he is a streaming right there.
Yeah.
We can see.
We're in the locker room now.
We're everywhere.
Training room, yeah.
And I'm going to turn around and just ask Sophie. Sophie, how you doing, kid? You okay? Just a little sore? Yeah, okay, so right there. And that's how we roll right here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Sophie
great.
gave us the update.
Yeah.
A little sore, she's gonna be fine. And so the collective air, the collective breath of Seton can exhale right now, right?
Yeah.
And they're gonna win this game, 60-45. And this is gonna be one of those games where Coach Karen Self will look back and say, you know what? My team didn't play its best basketball, but the bottom line, we got the victory. And here they are, Doc. They're now 6-0 in league, 17-5 overall. Tomorrow they got Mesquite. And then on Friday they got Marcos, and Marcos is struggling 0-5, 2-17 coming into tonight. So tomorrow, in a big showdown against Mesquite, as we see Sophie kind of limping off right to our side, and yeah, so they get the victory, Doc, and the good news is that Sophie is walking in her own accord, and that's some good news for the Sentinels Nation.
Yeah, especially going forward. You know, they have this slew of conference play, and it's great to see that, you know, your starting point guard is going to be back for action.
And we saw really a lot of great work by Caitlin Benally and Mia DiPuccio. DiPuccio, 19 points second half. She put up 10, 6 in the third, 4 in the fourth, and Benally played kind of that point forward role. Did such a nice job of feeding her. They both recognized each other, cutting to the rim, and you know, sometimes you don't have your point guard on the floor. Other players have got to step up, and we saw that with Benally. We saw that with DiPuccio. We saw that with Carmela, who finished with 8 points, and Sophie, and she didn't play midway through that fourth. She finished with 11 points. So the Sentinels get the victory, and now they rest up for a huge matchup tomorrow night against Mesquite. Last time these two squads faced right here, Sentinels beat them at the buzzer, off the glass, on a DiPuccio last-second drive with 1.5 seconds left on the clock, and now it's a matchup for Seton for the outright Desert Sky title.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome for them. And, you know, Mesquite's never an easy game. Every single time it's going to be super competitive, playoff-like, and that's going to be an interesting one as well.
We're going to take a short time out here from John J. McMahon Gym. Appreciate you dialing us up. Keep it right here for more from right here off the 202, off Ray and Dobson Road. John J. McMahon Gym, the home of the Sentinels. Keep it locked and loaded for more coverage.
Here at John J. McMahon Gym. That'll be all for tonight's coverage. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. tip. Your Seton Sentinel women are at Mesquite for a good clash. And then on the 26th, Marcos Deniza comes right here to John J. McMahon Gym to try and knock off the Sentinels and stir things up in conference play. Once again, I'm Adam Perry. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Have a wonderful evening. God bless.